So now let's bring in our panel of Ontario MPPs to weigh in. Donna Skelly is Ontario's parliamentary assistant to the Attorney General. Catherine Fife is the Ontario NDP's finance critic. And Mitzie Hunter is the Ontario Liberals finance critic. Hello to the three of you. Thanks for being there so quickly after the budget was tabled. Donna Skelly, why did your government table a budget without giving itself enough time to pass it?
Well, what we want to do is tell and show the people of Ontario what we can do if they give us a mandate over the next 4 years. Look, we have come a long way despite the fact that we were in a pandemic. This is a plan to get things done, and I can assure you that if the electorate vote us back and we form government on June 2nd, then this is the budget that we will be tabling.
But Catherine Fife, what do you make of the fact that actually the finance minister won't commit to reintroducing this budget after the election?
Yeah, listen, I think that this government has a true credibility problem. I mean, they just adjourned the legislature 10 minutes ago. We're not set to come back here until September 12th. The finance minister is non-committal. They're actually dropping this budget/platform and then running away from Queen's Park. So I hope that the people of this province recognize that this is a government that won't even acknowledge that what's in this platform and in this budget is actually real and costed out.
Well, Mitzie Hunter, I'd like to hear your opinion about this, because the budget is tabled and then it's like a goodbye, see you in September. How credible is this budget, and do you think, should the Conservatives get reelected, this will be the budget you will be voting on?
Well, I think this is a fake budget. The government has essentially dropped the budget and run so that they can go into an election, which everyone has known that they've been campaigning on for the last several weeks, if not months. And this is at the same time when there's so much need in this province. I was just out with people who are on ODSP and OW who feel completely forgotten by this government. I spent a lot of time with nurses and frontline care workers who feel like this government has really let them down by keeping Bill 124 in place and not repealing it. And what about those parents and students who really were let down during the pandemic when this government didn't invest in making class sizes smaller and keeping them safer? And now they have a budget that looks into the future with a continued cut on education up to the tune of $1.3 billion. This is a very disappointing day for the people of Ontario, other than those who are in the construction and development field.
Joyce, I have to say that that is absolutely wrong. First of all, we do intend on tabling this budget if we are given a second mandate. It's a budget I'm very proud of, because it's a plan that is offering a tremendous amount of opportunity.
But your finance minister, with all due respect, your finance minister was asked that question several times and did not commit to retabling this budget. So now you're saying that you will.
I'm telling you, I can tell you, we are committing to tabling this budget, and it's a budget that I think Ontarians are going to be very proud of. They will embrace it. There is a plan here. There's a solid plan here to move the province forward, to protect workers, to protect and build our healthcare industry, to build highways and infrastructure. We want to get things done, unlike the previous Liberal government that was in power for 15 years. And in fact, in the last 8 years that they were in power, one of the worst things they did was they didn't address healthcare. They didn't address long-term care. They built 600 long-term care beds over the course of 8 years. We have.
But we also renovated 30,000 beds as well.
Right now.
So I do think that
this is a plan. I think
there are a lot of
15 years to 15 years to do things.
I'm afraid
we got
you're
into power. We were handed a mess, and we are moving forward. And I guarantee, when I'm at the doors knocking, people appreciate a government that wants to get things done.
Okay,
we don't just talk about it. We don't just set up committees. We don't just
thank you, Donna Skelly. We're going to give Catherine Fife. You were trying to say something earlier. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. I mean, essentially, this budget actually has $2.7 billion worth of cuts in it. So how anybody can say that they're proud of this document is amazing to me. The disconnect that we see with the priorities of the people of this province who want to see healthcare and want to see education prioritized. They've come here to Queen's Park, they've protested, they've marched, and after 4 hard years, like the people of this province have been through so much. This budget was an opportunity to recognize that services are important to the people of this province. And once again, Doug Ford missed the mark and also doubles down on some of the pain that he caused around the minimum wage, taking $6,000 out of the pockets of frontline health workers and frontline workers during a pandemic, no less. So Donna can say whatever she wants. She doesn't even know if she's going to win her seat. What should have happened today is that the finance minister for the province of Ontario should have said he should have made
going into an election
that this is a real document.
Okay, I want to give, excuse me, ladies, I would like to give Mitzie Hunter a chance as well, to talk about this. Am I understanding that the election campaign is starting here and now?
Oh, yeah. Well, because the government has decided that it doesn't want to even debate its own budget, and it's keeping its premier in hiding. What we saw today was a dropping of the budget and then a proroguing of the legislature until September 12th. So effectively, the campaign has been launched, and I think that's fine. Let's talk about the things that Ontarians can choose, because Ontarians now have an opportunity to choose very differently than what they've been getting under Doug Ford in terms of long-term care and seniors. We have put out a plan to invest twice as much as the NDP on seniors and long-term care and personal support workers. And yeah, Donna Skelly, we actually renovated 30,000 long-term care beds under our watch. So you can, stick to your sound bites, but Ontarians know what is real. Ontarians know that it's not just about empty promises that you're making in your budget that you're afraid to debate. It's actually about making commitments to the people of this province.
Okay, but your party left this province in a mess.
But Donna Skelly, I want to ask you this. Why not, excuse me, Donna Skelly, why not table this a few weeks ago or in February and have a debate at Queen's Park on this budget?
Well, now we believe is the time to table it. And as I said, we are going to be bringing this forward. If we are given a mandate, a second mandate by the people of Ontario, this is the budget that will be tabled.
$2.7 billion of cuts. That's what you're proud of.
There are not
$1.3 billion of cuts to public education.
That is NDP math. Come on.
Well, $1.3 billion cuts is in your budget.
Investments in healthcare, historic investments in education. We are putting together a plan to keep
Page
this province open.
168
when we
of
were
your
elected
budget document shows $1.3 billion in cuts to public education.
How better this would have been if you had done this. Listen, if you had done this at Queen's Park, at least, you wouldn't have interrupted each other that much. But I see that this is obviously a budget that you will take across the province, all of you, some of you praising it and some of you criticizing it. But, thanks for the great debate you had right here. Donna Skelly, Catherine Fife, Mitzie Hunter, thank you for being here. And you know what? Happy campaign.
Thank you for having us. Thank